she gave no indication at all that she was that woman. The first thing that strikes you about her is that she has an incredible sense of humour. She's very, very funny. Funny to talk to, funny and bright and alert and interested and interesting. And then she gradually wants to tell you the story. In fact, I think I've met her 4 or 5 times, and each time she tells me a little bit more of the story, or even the same bit again. And I've said this before today, but my real concern is that we have well, certainly Steve and Jeff had done her justice in the story, and it's difficult to tell a story and then put it into filmic terms, but that's where Stephen is so wonderful, and not make it, to make it really true to her. And I think, strangely enough, probably the most difficult meeting I had with her was when she came to my trailer just before we were about to do a shot and saw what I looked like as her. And that was very unnerving, because if you're confronted with somebody who is to all intents and purposes appearing as you or dressed as you, it's very, very unnerving. And you think, well, I don't look like that, there's nothing like me at all. Or they haven't got that right or that right. But she didn't give any indication of that at all. None at all. And as I say, each time I've met her, she's been very funny. And that's what's also so wonderful and balanced about the film, is that it's a wonderful naivety, a naive sense of humour, which I think is quite rare. And she has that. And that in no way is overlaid in the film. That is what she was like. My emotion doesn't really come into it. You have to understand the story. You have to hear the story. And then what you have to really understand is what Philomena herself went through in order to get to that place, and what she endured and how she came out of it. It's in a way trying to transpose yourself into another person. That's not to say that you don't use the emotions that you have and have experienced at certain times in order to get to that place. But my prime concern is not my emotional state, but what hers was. And what I really hope with this film is that we tell her story and don't sell her short in any way, because she's a really remarkable person. I can only say that I can't imagine myself being in that position and being able to forgive. I don't have that scope of humanity that she has. It would be wonderful to say, yes, if that had happened to me, I could be like that. But I can't imagine myself being like that. Though I have a faith like hers, which is very, very important to me, which is in fact the antithesis of Catholicism, because it's Quakerism. But I wish I could say easily, yes, I would have that scope to forgive somebody like that. I doubt if I would. It's what makes her extreme and what makes the story worth telling.